Hey, team. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. I just got done having coffee with some of our local coaches, and it was so good for my heart. We had so much fun just getting to work together and brainstorm ideas and kind of talk through some of the struggles that we've been having. And so it was definitely a gift and just a reminder why all of you need to be at our team retreat in March. It's just going to be an incredible weekend together. But I wanted to jump on here today and just share some of the things that I'm personally doing on my Instagram account and some of my tips for you guys, as well as talk to you guys about Stim Social, which is a platform that I have been using to grow my account. So one of the things that I have been really focused on over really the past few months and year on my Instagram is making sure that my feed is inspirational, it provides value, and it gives people just things to chew on and think about that they can walk away with that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with Beachbody or the business, but it's really inspiring. So I try to inspire change on my Instagram account and really focus on motherhood, being a wife, being a Christ follower. What does that look like the face side? Fitness, how do you fit it into your busy life as a working mom? And inspire that change in people, help them make those steps in their life. So I'm really focused on my Instagram doing that for people. Also, them just getting to know me. So I will share things about myself, how I'm a hot mess mom, how my child was out of control today, but real life scenarios that help them get to know me and relate with me. I then use my Instagram stories to invite and connect with people. And so Instagram stories is where they kind of get the behind the scenes of my life, but also the behind the scenes of like, what does it look like to be a coach? What are the things that make a great coach? What does my challenge group look like? Look at the women, posting in there with their sweaty selfies and really allow them to start to see what the ins and outs of my business look like. And that's where also call to actions happen, where I'm inviting them to, leave their information, to swipe up, to mark on a poll, to provide feedback for me to help serve them better. So I try to make sure that my Instagram really provides value. I don't want to just post a post. Yes, I try to post once a day, but that's why it's so important that I'm sitting down and planning out my posts so that they're well thought out, they bring value, and it's not just something I threw together. All of your posts should end with some sort of question. So I try to ask my followers questions or prompt them to do something. So there's almost always a call to action for them to drop a light bulb below if they are going to let their light shine today. Or, hey, what are you guys doing this weekend? What is your kid obsessed with doing? Or asking them questions that are going to prompt them to interact with my page. You don't just want people coming and looking at your Instagram and consuming. You want them to feel like they're a part of a community. And so you've got to really think about, how am I creating a community on my Instagram page? So just making sure that every time you post, you really ask yourself a few different questions. And actually, Emily was talking about this morning, and she can share more in the comments below about some of the questions she even asked herself from a spiritual standpoint. But like, how does this post bring value to my followers? Is this post something that the Lord has prompted me to share? And how does this post bring God glory? So those are some questions that you can ask yourself, and making sure that you're really providing information that is going to help, connect with your followers and help them get to know you. The other thing that I did want to mention too is hashtags. So for me, I have found that the best way for me to use hashtags is to use 1 to 3 hashtags in my post, kind of at the bottom. And then in the comment section, use a different grouping of hashtags. So you can use up to 30 hashtags on Instagram in a post. And so what I have done is I have created like batchings of hashtags. I try not to go for hashtags that have huge followings, but more of the hashtags that are kind of a little bit smaller, but still a decent amount, just because those are going to be the ones that people actually see your post and want to engage with. And a lot of times those bigger hashtags are hashtags that lots of people are using, and so they're probably not going to even see the ones that you're using. And so what I have found is that Instagram almost remembers, like, if you're using the same hashtags every time, and I feel like they punish you. And so make sure that with every post, you're using one of those different groupings. So if I do a post and it's on motherhood, I use my motherhood grouping of posts and post it on that one. So that's where it's really important that you know your 5 things from the branding wheel that you did, which if you don't know what that is, you can find that here in the Fit for Sport Sisters group. Just type in color wheel. But finding your color wheel, figuring out what are the 5 things you're focused on, and having a group of hashtags for each of those that you can easily copy and paste into the comment section of your Instagram post. So those are some of the things that I'm doing, and I want to share Stim Social with you guys. So Stim Social is something I just started using. I know Patrice has used it for quite a while, and it really helps her grow her account. But I am doing this in lieu of Captivate and Cleaner, and also doing this instead of having paying Abby to send messages to people for me. I am now doing it through Stim Social. So I want to share my screen with you guys because Stim Social is definitely a platform where you really have to kind of like play around with it and figure out what works best for you. So I did the 5-day free trial of Stim Social to see how I liked it. And I definitely saw an increase in my following. So you guys can see that on January 8th is when I started using it. So it's now the 19th, so it's been about 11 days, and I have grown 298 followers. So I'm currently at 18,907, and I started out at 18.6. So it's definitely helping my account. I am focused on growth right now, but also connecting with people. So that's a big thing for me. So the biggest thing, this is your dashboard when you get an account, and this is going to show you, where you started, calculate growth for you based on your current growth. So one thing that it will have you do when you first set up your account is have targeted accounts. So you can see here that I've got a full list of accounts. I'll actually go to targets. So you go to accounts right here, and this is where you can see my full list of accounts that I am pulling followers from. So I can go through and remove people. But on my dashboard, where it just was and showed you guys, it's going to show you the percentage of people that are following me back. So right now, anything that is less than 8%, I removed. But let's just say with Lisa Tucker's, I've only got 8% of her people following me back. So what I'm going to do is just click this and not use her as a source anymore. So I'm going to focus on these sources that are giving me high return. So especially like a 17% return is really good. So I want to just continue to follow on the accounts that are giving me higher returns. So I think a lot of how you use Stim Social and the success that you see in this growth up here is the accounts that you're targeting and making sure that those accounts are accounts you're giving you a high percentage of followers back. So one thing I will say is a lot of people are like, well, with Stim Social, are you actually getting real legit followers? And the answer is yes. I personally have also, I'll show you some of the other things on here in just a second, but I've been connecting with all of these people and I'm getting amazing people. They're my people. And I think that again goes back to making sure that these accounts that you're following really are your people. So the next thing is that you can also do hashtag targets. I haven't yet done that. And then you can also do location targets. So if I wanted to add Nashville, Tennessee, then I could do that. It would help me start to grow my followers based on where I live and where people are checking in. The next thing is reports. So you can actually pull reports based on growth, targeting, engagement, and top engagers. So I love this. This is available when you have the Pro. So I have the $49 one. And you can actually see like who are your top engagers that are, commenting and actually visiting your profile. So loading button. So the other cool thing is, so this is obviously my top engagers. This shows how many likes they've given. It's pretty cool. And then how many comments and of those people who is on the white list. So, I want to make sure these people are probably on the white list. No idea who that person is. I probably should block them. Let's see here. No, let's go. Okay, cool. We're good. Okay, back to my dashboard. So let's click on you can click on that. I'll take it to there. Under settings, this is also really important. If you go to general, you can actually put like how quickly you want to see growth. You can do a follow limit. So let's say that I don't want to ever follow more than a certain amount of people at a time. You can change that. You can do clean your feed. You can make it to where it only follows private accounts or sends, or I'm sorry, not only follows, but like sends requests to private accounts. You can make it to where it only interacts with people who have a profile picture, which I do because I'm like, if you don't have a profile picture, like, who are you? I don't know who you are. I also chose to only interact with females. And then I don't really want to interact with business accounts because I'm trying to get actual people. Um, Post limits, I have set a post limit of 1,500 people. And then you can also do unfollow speeds, engagement speeds, and do you want it to sleep? So I actually have mine sleep from 11 to 6 for 6 hours. So from 11 to 5 in the morning. That way that during the night it's not following people because obviously like I'm not awake and I feel like people would be like, that's kind of weird. Your whitelist is going to be all the people that you don't want Stim Social to unfollow. So I put people on here that are my people, that are my friends, people who are customers that I want to make sure I'm following. And then blacklist is people that you don't want to follow. So if you have specific keywords that you're like, I don't want any of those kind of people to follow me, you can put that here. You can also do languages. So I only have English following me. And then account block list. So you can actually like block certain accounts and their content. And then follower DM. So I actually have it set up so that it sends me a message to every person who starts following me. And you can change this and kind of make it relevant to what makes sense for you. But yeah, this is a great way to just start conversation with people. And I was paying Abby to do this, and now with Stim Social, I can have it do all of that for me. And then you can go into activity, you can go to actions, follow backs, direct messages, events, all that good stuff. So that is a little bit about Stim Social. I'm loving it. Like I said, I've already grown a significant amount of followers just in 11 days. And I think it's just a really great way to start to connect with people. There is a $9.99 option that you can do monthly. And I think that if you want to grow your cold market, it is the way to go. So that's about Stim Social. That's what I'm doing on Instagram. And I just encourage you guys to really think about those things. Make sure that you're really having a call to action on every post. Don't just post a post. Make sure you're paying attention to your pictures. Your pictures need to make people want to follow you. Instagram is a visual platform. Don't post screenshots from your phone. Don't post Beachbody like graphics. Like make sure that they are good, high quality photos of you. So hope you guys have a great day.